Alright, we are back with the InFocus LP-70 DLP business projector. Got a special mount for it because it doesn't have a tripod mount like the LCD projectors have. So normally I just mount those to my tripod to shoot them up on the wall, which is angled. But because it doesn't, I had to get the projector stand out, angle that, so I can aim it at the right angle. I got batteries in the remote. The remote has an on-off switch. The camera wants to focus. See a brief light. Red button for the laser. Works. Anytime you move anything on it, that lights up. So I guess moment of truth. I'll connect it first. These InFocus projectors are weird. I guess in the early days they had their own proprietary connector known as an M1D P&G or P&D. It looks like a DVI connector, but it's not, because it actually has 30 pins. This is the M1 here. This is an actual DVI connector, and it doesn't fit. It's too small. This one here will fit. You can see it's got 30 pins, 3 rows of 10. These were universal, kind of like almost like a universal connector, because these would do both DVI, VGA, and UBS or USB. So they were made for like business projectors, because different laptops that might have a USB connector, they might have a VGA or a DVI. So you use like a special. So it would come with a cable, like a DVI to VGA cable. You can do both analog. You can do digital. Doesn't have HDMI, but it has DVI. It has a S video. So we're going to use the MD connector, which is a modified DVI connector. I'll hook it up to the HDMI cable, which is hooked up to a splitter, and it should display that if the bulb works. So I found it thrown out at the building. I don't know if the camera picked it up, and I was making a little whine, like a high-pitched whine. And you got a yellow standby light, and another light for lamp. I guess the bulb would last about 2,000 hours. Who knows how many hours it has on there? We will find out. It's not an IEC connector. It's got like 3, almost like a figure 8 or barrel 8 connector with 3 little connectors on it. I can pull it out. See? It's another proprietary connector. So let me hook it up. Then we'll test the remote and see if she'll turn on. Alright, it's connected to HDMI to M1D. I plugged it in. The display settings automatically switched on there, so everything's bigger now to accommodate for the output of this. So it automatically detects it and switches. So I guess here goes nothing. Will this work? You hear a loud pitch whine. You probably can't hear it over the AC. Nothing. There we go. We got light. As big as it'll go, so I can aim it down. Let me shut off the light. Better see it. I don't know if there's a keystone or not. Yeah. Probably about there. I can aim it down more. So far, it's running. Feel the heat coming out the back. That's what the exhaust is. So this would be intake. So far, it appears to be running. Let me aim this down a bit, since it's not as big. I can go ahead and aim it down a little bit more on the wall, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're in the menu. It shows about 122 hours on the bulb, so there should be plenty there. About 50% contrast, 50% brightness, 1688 on the frequency. So I'm using the little ball on the mouse, or the remote, to do stuff. I'll leave it about there, I guess. Get off the menu. There. I'll let it run for a bit. There's really nothing much to really demonstrate. You know, it's a projector. It's working. I mean, what else do you want me to demonstrate on it? Zoom is about as good as it will get. Zoom all the way out. Zoom all the way in. So, InFocus LP-70. So far it's working. Hope it doesn't melt the phone. And I guess on to the next one.